So inner peace, I think it is a concept that we all aspire to, and it is something that we all understand is very, very important. But we probably also know that it's quite hard to feel peaceful all of the time. When we look around our world, especially these days, it does not feel like a peaceful place. In fact, it feels very unpeaceful and very confusing. And sometimes we can feel a little bit overwhelmed when we think about all of the different things that are happening within the world. And when we think in this way, whether it's on maybe a global scale or whether it's on a personal scale within our own personal world, then it feels as though we have no choice except to feel unpeaceful within our own mind. That all of these things that are happening somehow have a power to determine how it is that we feel. But if we look at this in a little bit more detail, maybe we can come to the conclusion that actually that isn't the case. If we are to develop a peaceful feeling, then we need to start within the mind. So a peaceful feeling is something we all aspire to. And if we think about that, if we break it down a little bit, we can say that a feeling has to come from our own mind. Unfortunately, we can't buy one on Amazon or eBay. We can't find it down the back of the sofa. A peaceful feeling has to come from our own mind. It begins within the mind, we experience it within the mind, and then it dissolves maybe back into the mind when different things happen. So this shows us that the contented, peaceful feeling that we all aspire to, it can't be found outside of ourselves. And this is very liberating, because if we begin to really believe this, if we think, well, I want to feel calm, contented and peaceful, and this is a feeling, and a feeling can only come from within my mind, then we can understand that all that we need to do is work on our own mind. That even if everything around us is becoming a little bit busy or a little bit chaotic or maybe falling apart a little bit, this doesn't mean that our mind has to react in the same way. Instead, we can think that by training our mind to feel peaceful, through beginning to develop a much more calm outlook upon our life, then even if everything else is very, very busy, we can hold this peaceful feeling. And when we're able to do this, we feel so much better. And we do have an inner confidence as well that understands that we are not so dependent on other people doing particular things, particular circumstances, behaving in the way we want them to. It doesn't matter quite so much. We have more capacity within the mind actually to work with times when they go wrong. So even if our day doesn't go according to plan, if our mind is calm and peaceful, we will feel okay. And the way that we do this is through practicing contemplation and meditation, getting to know our mind, but also gaining a lot of experience of our mind feeling calm and peaceful. And when we get a glimpse of it, even just for a second, maybe our mind feels genuinely and deeply peaceful, then we'll want to carry on because we know we feel better when our mind is peaceful. So we look for this peaceful feeling in a place where it can be found. We look within the mind. And if we look a little bit deeper, we can see that by recognizing what states of mind don't feel peaceful, for example, feeling angry or frustrated, then we can understand that by learning to let go of those minds, then we can become far more contented, far more peaceful within our own mind. And we can all do this. It's something that everybody can do. We don't need to have any particular intellectual abilities. All we need is a mind, which we've got anyway, and an understanding of where this feeling comes from and how to cultivate it ourselves. So it's a big subject, but I hope that this has maybe created some interest, maybe helped to think that the peace that I'm looking for will come from within my own mind. So if I can work within my mind, then I'll be able to enjoy much more time of being peaceful and of being contented. So thank you very much.